Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his Monday guest, Rylas Dana. How you doing, sir?
Hi, doing great.
So, Rylas, you are an estate attorney, right? Your job is to help folks really kind of protect what they have built via trusts and entities and things of that nature. Is that a fair, maybe 10,000-foot view?
Yeah. So that's my day job. I'm an estate attorney in Arizona and California. So here's how I would summarize it.
Okay,
I help people transfer things to the next generation in the most efficient way.
there you go.
It's, and part of that is about protection. That's part of that efficiency, right? You want to protect assets from taxes, from people fighting over things,
Yeah.
and all of that good stuff.
Very cool. So I just wanted to frame that conversation up front. You have your own playlist on the channel, lots of great stuff people can go back and watch. But I've been playing with an idea that I wanted to run by you. And I'm going to call it the game of money, just because I'm not sure what else to call it at this point. And when I think about the game of money, I go back to my experience in sports. I played all kinds of sports in my life. And typically speaking, in most sports, there's an offense and a defense. And right now in my head, I think there is an offense and a defense. I think a lot of folks worry about the offense, meaning more income, more, always more. The answer is always more. Where at least in football and in most sports, a great defense wins championships, right? A good offense might get you on ESPN, the top 10 highlights, but a great defense wins the championship. So I wanted to talk to you as my attorney in my expert series. What do you think about the game of money as offense and defense from your perspective?
Yeah, I like it. I like the analogy of first of all, it's just a game, right? And that is very accurate because it is just a game, right? That we're all playing.
Yep.
It's our money's our exchange. It's how our society works. So that this game of money. So what do you do with it? Offense is, I guess, trying to earn it and create it.
Yep.
And then I think defense refers to once you have it, what do you do with it, right? So what do you do with your capital, and where do you put it? So I got a call last night from one of my friends since like junior high. He's now a dentist.
Okay.
So he's we're same age. So he's at the point of his career where I haven't even seen him. I still get my teeth cleaned there. But he's always so busy in patience, which is great. I'll still like go in and just poke him, like,
hey,
yeah, but he's just so busy doing his thing. As am I, we're focused on the offense, right? I would call that the offense, right?
For sure.
We're doing our thing, but he called me last night and we're talking a little bit about what do you do with your money, right? Which is kind of like that defensive, like where do you put it, right? Because he's like, I don't know about the market, the stock market, if I want to put it there. And what I brought up to him was real estate. Like, do you have any real estate? And I'm like, hey, there's ways to invest, even if you don't want to be a landlord.
Right. Yeah,
So,
you can be a private money lender or something of that nature. Yeah, exactly.
So, but I think it's how you look at it, right? Like as like if you wanted to invest as like if you wanted to buy notes or as a private lender where you go on and have a secured position, you could almost call that defensive, I would say, right? Where it's
for sure.
Put your money.
Yep.
Where I guess the idea, if you believe in that strategy, the idea is that you believe the real estate will be protected. People will still want it. Yeah. And your investment is protected, your money is protected.
Yeah. And again, this game of money, and again, this offense and defense, I want people to realize offense, again, it's just like sports to me, right? Offense gives you the highlights. It's what you see on social media. You don't see anybody flexing that they just created a trust.
I know we should start that. It's like more of a thing.
Yeah.
There is great peace of mind, but I know what you mean, right? People aren't flexing that as much.
They like to flex the check.
Right. Yeah.
And again, the other thing I wanted people to realize is defense, obviously there's all the entities and trust and all the things that are right in your wheelhouse, but there's even another layer to defense. I know plenty of people, right? I worked in a profession where it is not uncommon to make multiple six figures a year, right? I was a sales rep, enterprise software. People were selling, 10, 20, $30 million deals and making an obscene amount of money. The problem is if you don't have good defense, it's like rowing a boat with big old holes in the bottom. You will sink yourself. So again, this whole needs versus wants, live below your means, pay yourself first, the kind of Dave Ramsey stuff, there's some truth in that as well. Folks, defense is not sexy, but it is where championships are made. Olivia and I would not have achieved financial freedom unless we lowered our expenses. If we just kept increasing our lifestyle as our income went up, I would still be working. We need to celebrate. We need to acknowledge that defense matters.
Yeah, I like it. So defense, just I guess just saving money, all the little things that really add up, and they're not sexy, they're not celebrated, but it's important to have those good habits.
Exactly right. It starts with the daily habits, needs versus wants, tracking budgets. Then maybe it goes to and includes entities and trusts and make sure that it goes on the next generation. Then it can go on to, as your dentist friend says, hey, I'm busting my tail 8 to 8 or whatever dentists do. How can I take my, leftovers and make sure that's also working, right? That could be seen as both defense and offense. But yeah, maybe that's special teams. Yeah, maybe that's special teams, right? To steal a football analogy, right? Offense, defense, what you do, and maybe your money that you're making and having what I call babies, right? Your money making money. Maybe that's special teams. I don't know. I'm still playing with this. I think about it while I'm on a run.
Now, we've talked about LLCs a lot, right? And there's, a few different layers to it, but I think that's a perfect example of defense.
Oh, for sure.
The question with LLCs is how much defense do you want to have?
Yeah.
Because they can, if anything goes bad, you're great. You're glad that you have it.
Right.
But if you don't have it, if you want to not have the entities and not have the protection, or it's a matter of how many homes you put in a single LLC, all of those things, it's how much defense do you want in this analogy.
No, I think that's exactly right. I mean, again, folks, go back to Rylas's playlist. We did a whole Q&A session about LLCs last week, right from our private Facebook group, which they loved, by the way. I don't know if you went back and saw the comments, but they were very thankful for that. Yeah, there's layers to defense, right? This is a game. The points are, for lots of people, money. For some of you, it's memories, right? And happiness. I wish it was happiness. I wish the scoreboard was happiness. It's not for a lot of us.
And I would, I love the analogy of the game, because I feel like that helped me kind of wake up in my life a little bit more.
Right.
Like when I, just realized that it is just a game, right? Everyone's kind of, faking it till you make it type of a thing.
Yeah.
I guess, once I had some cases with like the biggest attorneys in Phoenix, going toe to toe.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, like they're just, regular people too. Actually,
awesome.
they're kind of an idiot. They're not as smart, and they're not
doing the work anymore. They're based on reputation, and they've gotten a little lazy.
Yeah. So
that's fun.
So just bringing it down to the game of it, and making sure you get out there and play, right?
Play, reps in, practice. Oh, you could practice this as well. Oh, this game of money thing's coming to me. You can practice. Right. You could do fake stock trades and fake real estate. I mean, not fake, but like write them up, but you don't actually have to submit them. These are all things right in the course. I talk about a buy box and daily discipline. You build your own spreadsheet, you calculate yield. That is all practice. Oh, I like that. I got to make sure that works in. Practice the game of money. And then for you, right, was it 3-4 weeks ago? You're even talking about bringing the game of money to your kids. You brought them on some door knocking and the next generation. Make sure you help them as well.
Yeah. So that's what I want them to get some reps in, is what that's at.
Yeah, of course. Ask questions like, why do you do this? What do you do that?
Yeah. And it's, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. It's kind of exciting. You don't know what you're going to get behind that door every time.
What is, I forget. I'm sorry. How old are they again? The two that went with you?
They're 14. My 14 and 9-year-old went.
Right. And then you have a third in the middle, right?
Yeah, I got a middle child. He's 12 now.
Okay, so 9, 12, and 14. Have as a well-educated man, because you went to law school, obviously. Um, have you thought? I mean, yeah, I'll just ask it this way: have you thought about what would happen if one of your kids came to you and said, "Hey, I'm not going to college"? Are you comfortable with that decision, or are you like, nope, you're going to go get a 4-year degree?
Yeah, no, I've definitely thought about it, and I don't think school is the rate of return that it once was. It's like and
I
my
agree.
my generation got crushed with it, right? Like I'm a part of that, where my like the fees and the amount that I've paid for school is not a great rate of return. Like it
Yeah.
didn't.
As an attorney, you're saying that. That is
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
as you called me a well-educated man. I like that.
Yeah. Well, there's no question. You got the little diplomas on the wall that look great, I'm sure.
Yeah, I actually do. Someone finally hung them up for me over here. Again,
Oh, look at that. Look at
there
that.
you
There
go.
they
So
are.
I got some things on the wall. Very expensive.
Yeah. That's
Pieces of
expensive
paper.
pieces of paper. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I think it's all about the specialized skills.
Okay.
And that's why I like the door knocking. I just want to show them like
Right.
actually doing things and examples of ways to solve problems.
Yeah. So for folks that don't know, you obviously are great friends with Pace and Laura Morby.
Yeah.
I don't know this. I might have asked him. Do you know if Pace went to college? I don't know.
I think he did. I think
He
he
did,
did go to
okay.
college. He went
Okay.
to college and
Because he's an entrepreneur through and through, right? He just has that in his DNA.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I met Pace. I guess it's been a few years now,
Yeah.
and I just keep learning more and more about him. Like the longer I've known him. But one of his podcasts that he was on, they talked about how how he packaged donuts like
Oh,
as high
I did
school,
not know that. Yeah.
and they got paid by the job. And they
Ah,
kind of reorganized the system. Like he figured out a way to make it really efficient. And he was making more money than like his friends' parents, like in high
that
school,
is awesome.
packing donuts.
Yeah, the guy's a genius. And again, folks, if you don't know who Pace Morby is, he was just on Bigger Pockets, I think back-to-back episodes, 300 units, all creative financing, uh, which is just a wonderful skill. And folks that don't know, Laura Morby is my Sunday expert. We've missed a couple of weeks because they're enjoying some vacation time, but yeah,
Yeah, they're both
wonderful.
amazing. I've learned lots from them.
Yeah,
In their media that they do, and just great people too, where they're so Pace is so giving is
yeah,
his major thing. Like he's very smart, he's a great communicator, but above all that, he's so giving that he doesn't hold anything back. He tells you exactly what's working well for him.
yeah. No, I love that about him. But getting back to the game of money, so you think there's something there, right? The whole offense, defense. I got to work on this some more because again, it is a game. And again, really what hit me is too many people are focused on offense. And that's what hit me, right? If you defense wins championships and not enough people talk about defense because defense isn't sexy. It's the hard work. It's not celebrated on ESPN Sports Network. So we need to do that more. We need to find a way to celebrate trusts and LLCs and
I feel
accounting and stuff like that.
like examples of great defense that I see
Mhm.
is an estate plan in the second or third generation.
There you go. We need to celebrate that stuff.
Yeah, like something set up by a grandparent,
And the grandkids are benefiting. There
and
you
the
go.
grandkids are benefiting, and their parents before them have benefited.
Of
So
course.
it's able to bless multiple generations with things like that.
I might get this saying wrong, but I'm sure you're going to know it. Is it typically the second or is it the third generation where all the money disappears? Like the really rich.
You mean like the really rich? It's usually whoever receives it, right? It's
Yeah.
just whoever receives an inheritance is more likely to blow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I think so like your kids see you make it. So they understand, but the grandkids never saw the struggle. I think that's what I've heard or read.
And that could be it too, right? If the kids were more involved
Mhm.
and kind of see the struggle and see how the tortoise and the hare, right? How the slow
Exactly.
and steady wins the race over time.
But the grandkids always knew it was there. So they didn't see the struggle. So yeah, I don't know. But again, folks, the game of money, it's real. We're all playing with it. For most people, the scoreboard is dollars. I wish the scoreboard was happiness. Again, that's what it is for me now. I'm in a different state. Happiness is my scoreboard. But yeah, it is both sides, offense and defense. So if somebody's in the state of Arizona or California and wants to reach out to you to talk about defense, how do you want them to do that?
Yeah. So I would say kind of my final thoughts on my contact info. So
Sure.
happiness and freedom, right? Freedom is talked about a lot in real estate, right? Where you have the freedom to do what you want, right? So it's not just money, but it's having that freedom to live the life that you want. So my contact info, Dana Legal Help is my best contact. That's where I practice law in Arizona and California. So danalegalhelp.com. And then for attorneys, you can reach out to me at mottlegal.com. So I'm helping attorneys gain freedom through updating their estate planning. So by having virtual assistants, virtual paralegals, and technology, like those are the things that have helped me gain freedom in my law practice. So I want to
That's awesome.
Share that with others.
Very cool, Russ. Well, I appreciate our weekly conversations. Have fun and enjoy the game of money.
Thanks. You too.